All right, this is your market recap for, it's not August anymore, September 3rd, 2025. Today, as you can see, we had a very small day, inside day. I was kind of expecting this. I mean, if you look Thursday, Friday, and then Tuesday, were all pretty big, expansive days. So we needed a shorter, smaller day at some time in the future. Now, today we came back up into this daily inverse fair value gap. We did still close within reason of it. If we look here, all right, this black line right there is where the inverse fair value gap is, but as you can see, we closed slightly above it, but barely. So I'd still count that as in. So we might be able to see what it does. Might play a little bearish from that. Still. But if we look in the hourly time frame pre-market, we were bullish here, right? Trending upwards. Let's go to the 4 hour just for the fun of it. Boom, up here, changing the state of delivery right there, playing off this 4 hour for value gap. Bullish was my bias today. And then we go down to the hourly time frame. We can see once again that 4 hour change in the state of delivery there. We have this range right here with equilibrium there. You can see that kind of right there. And then we have this hourly fair value gap there as well. Nice closures on it. So that was having me play bullish today, at least for AM session, which as you can see was right. But conditions and such made it a little unfortunate for me. Um, so it came down, took out this low. We had an SMT, but price consolidated a lot, and that SMT went away. So um, that's the case where my model was present, my bias was right, but the conditions were just not probable for me to, for my model to come to fruition. It's rare for a higher time frame and a lower time frame S&T to both be broken, but the bias to still be right. If my bias was wrong, that's a completely different thing, but it wasn't. It's just that price was banging around too much. Um, and in my opinion, what it seems like is if you're consolidating and there's SMTs, they don't really mean anything, right? They don't have much weight. So they could, but sometimes they don't. Like in today's case, which you'll see on that 1 minute. So from here, this macro pushed us up above this high. I guess both of these highs. This should be over here because it's close enough. Both these highs and then this high over here before not closing above it, which is another sign of reversal at the 11 o'clock macro London close. Um, so we start retracing. Lunch completely consolidates. Market opens or algorithm starts back up again. Lunch closes or ends, I guess should say, and then we continue that bearish move down to here. And then from there we had a nice little spike up. Now I am curious as to see whether this is in any sort an SMT higher time frame. This low is over here, still intact, so it's not quite an SMT. Not quite. All right, and 15-minute, you can see we have this rally gap right there, which price was banging around with for lunch. Um, Again, not a whole lot new on the 5 minute like usual. This was the SMT that I was playing off of. Can't see the 1 minute one. Break even was here. You can see price just in these four candles right here wasn't very friendly, as in not expanding really. Um, and then during the macro, it came up, took out this high, deeply retraced, and then went up all the way to this is my finals. And then you can see nice respecting here. Body's not trying to go too deep, so I liked that. And then boom, body closure perfectly at the low there, low of this candle touching the low of that fair value gap, and then we expand upwards. You can see we take out this high, but have no interest whatsoever in continuing higher. Consolidate for a bit, kind of roll over, and then retrace coming down to take out this low, and then we kind of go horizontal from there. Lunch ends, staying within this 15-minute, of course. We continue lower, taking out these AM session lows, but really failing to get anything else substantial. We did take out this low, but it's kind of in this group right here, so it doesn't really mean much to me. 1 minute time frame. Yeah, I'll go over my trade. Here, so I was bullish because as you saw, 4 hour, hourly, 15-minute, everything was bullish, right? So I was waiting for some sort of manipulation downwards to clear out all of this accumulation right there. Took out this low. That's a higher time frame SMT. So I was waiting for a lower one. Got that here. And so once we changed in the state of delivery, I believe my entry was like 94 or something like that. I entered somewhere here. My stop was down here. Oh, it was under it because I didn't get stopped out by this. It was under this. Um, we consolidated. I mean, at this time, ES is doing absolutely nothing. This is a trade where if I was closer to my max drawdown, I would not have taken it because I just wasn't sure of it. But since I have a lot of my drawdown to play with, I said might as well, right? So this SMT got me in. We then banged around, came down, took out this low, got rid of all the SMTs because ES did the same. Then we came up. This is where I would have gone break even. Then we came down again. So even if I didn't get stopped out, I would have been out at break even. Then we come down during the macro right there. SMT here, playing bullish. So SMT here takes out this high, and then this closure is so weak that we come super low. You can disrespect this minute for value gap right there, and this inverse. Make another SMT, and then start the actual move to take out the buy side target for today. And then you can see we kind of start to roll over here during the 11 o'clock macro, SMT, fair value up here, whatever. Would I actually play this bullish? No. Or sorry, bearish. I would not. I would not look to play this personally because just the upside's not the best. I mean, if we're talking minimum, it could go to equilibrium of this, which is not much of a move whatsoever. See, it's like that's 30 handles. I don't really want to be in that, given that my stop would have to be at least like 10, maybe 15. Now, I could have come all the way down here, but we're playing bullish on every time frame. Don't really want to play bearish, even if it is for a little retrace, because you don't know when that retrace is going to stop retracing. So, no trade of the day here, no trade of the day here. It's not really liking price in that way. Then consolidate, continue that move bearish, take out this low, barely. I mean, we dip below it, but from there we come back up into the range, creating that small day that we had. Now, going into the future, on a weekly time frame, kind of small weeks. I would have expected a more expansionary week today. Or this week. It's a 4-day week though. We're probably gonna expand next week though. The rest of the week we have NFP, so anything could really happen. But I am looking to play bullish, strictly from the fact that we had this this higher time frame SMT of lows. First day of the week played bearish, telling me Wednesday coming back to where we opened. On a normal week, Wednesday turning back to where we opened would mean the week's going to go nowhere from there. But given that it's a 4-day week, it's possible that we may still expand upwards after creating that sell side wick with this candle. So all that to say, don't really know what's going to happen tomorrow. Not a big fan of the markets this week. NFP, big news starts happening tomorrow. So more likely than not, I will not be trading unless I really see something that I like. And I'm not going to be doing anything. So this has been your market recap for September 3rd, 2025.